Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Learn English with Muni. I'm Muni. Let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced this? You understand English. You can read English. You can watch English videos. And you know many English words. But when you try to speak, something happens. Your mind becomes empty. You know what you want to say, but the words do not come. You start thinking, is my English good enough? Will I make a mistake? Will people understand me? Maybe you feel nervous. Maybe you feel shy. Maybe you think, why can I understand English, but I cannot speak? My friends, if you have this problem, you are not alone. Millions of English learners have the same experience. And today, I want to tell you something important. Your English is not bad. Your brain simply needs the right speaking practice. Speaking English is not only about learning more words. It is not only about memorizing grammar rules. Speaking is a skill. Just like driving a car. Just like playing an instrument. Just like
learning a new sport. At the beginning, it feels difficult. But with the right practice, your brain becomes faster and more comfortable. So in today's lesson, I will share 7 powerful strategies that can help you speak English with more confidence. You will learn how to create sentences faster, how to continue conversations, how to speak without fear, and how to practice English in a smarter way. So stay with me until the end, because these simple techniques can change the way you learn English. Let's begin. My friends, let's start with the first strategy. The first strategy is start small and build your sentences. Many beginners make one common mistake. They try to speak long, complicated sentences from the beginning. They want to sound fluent immediately. They want to use difficult words. They want to speak like a native speaker. But this creates pressure. And when your brain feels pressure, it becomes harder to speak. Think about a child learning a language. A child does not start with long sentences. A child starts with simple words. Water, food, mom, come here. Then, slowly, those small words become bigger sentences. English speaking works the same way. Many learners think, I need more vocabulary. I need better grammar. I need to study more before I speak. But my friends, learning more is good. However, if you never practice speaking, your brain does not learn how to use English quickly. You need to train your speaking muscle. Let me give you an example. Someone asks you, what did you do yesterday? A beginner may answer, I watched TV. This sentence is correct. There is nothing wrong with it. But we can make it better step by step. First, I watch TV. Add one detail. I watch TV after dinner. Add a reason. I watch TV after dinner because I wanted to relax. Add a feeling. I watched TV after dinner because I wanted to relax. It was a very busy day, so I needed some rest. See? You did not need difficult grammar. You did not need difficult words. You simply built your answer step by step. This is called expanding your answer. Start with a small sentence, then add a detail, a reason, a feeling, an example. This simple habit can make your English sound more natural. Now, let's practice together. The question is, what do you do in your free time? A simple answer, I watch movies. A better answer,
I watch movies in my free time because they help me relax. A more natural answer: I watch movies in my free time because they help me relax. I especially like English movies because they also help me learn new words. Great job. You just created a longer answer. And remember, confidence comes from practice, not perfection.
Now, let's move to the second strategy. The second strategy is practice English about your own life. Many learners practice English using topics that are too difficult. They try to talk about science, technology, business, or complicated subjects. These topics can be useful, but for beginners, the best topics are already around you. Your life, your daily routine, your family, your hobbies, your favorite food, your dreams. Why is this powerful? Because you already know these things. You don't need to create new ideas. You only need to learn how to express your ideas in English. For example, topic, your daily routine. You can prepare simple sentences. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. I have breakfast in the morning. I go to work or school. I practice English every day. I relax in the evenings. 2 seconds. Pause 2 seconds. These sentences are simple, but they are useful because these are things you can talk about in real conversations. My friends, your goal is not to memorize a big English speech. Your goal is to build your own English world. When English is connected to your real life, your brain remembers it faster, and speaking becomes easier. My friends, now let's talk about the third strategy. The third strategy is use conversation bridges. Many beginners have this problem. They can answer a question, but they cannot continue the conversation. For example, someone asks, "Do you like music?" You answer, "Yes, I do." And then silence. The answer is correct, but a conversation needs more than one sentence. Confident speakers use small phrases that help them connect their ideas. I call these phrases conversation bridges. They help you move from one idea to another. Some useful conversation bridges are, actually, to be honest, for me, I think, it depends. One example is, the interesting thing is, confident speakers use small phrases that help them connect their ideas. I call these phrases conversation bridges. They help you move from one idea to another. Some useful conversation bridges are, actually, to be honest, for me, I think, it depends. One example is, the interesting thing is. These phrases are small, but they make your English sound smoother and more natural. Let's practice. Question: do you like music? A simple answer: yes, I do. A better answer: yes, I do. Actually, I really enjoy music because it helps me relax. A more natural answer: yes, I do. Actually, I really enjoy music because it helps me relax. I usually listen to music when I am working or studying. Notice the difference. The grammar is still simple. The words are still easy, but the conversation feels more complete. Let's try another one. Question: is English difficult for you? You can say, yes, sometimes. Now add a bridge. Yes, sometimes. To be honest, speaking is difficult for me, but I am practicing every day. Great! You just made your answer stronger. Remember, my friends, you do not need hundreds of advanced phrases. You only need a few useful phrases that you can use again and again. Learn them, practice them, and slowly your conversations will become easier. Now let's move to the fourth strategy. This strategy is extremely useful because it helps you express your ideas clearly. The strategy is opinion plus reason plus example. Many beginners can say what they think, but they stop too quickly. For example, question: do you think English is important? Answer: yes, English is important. This is correct, but we can make it stronger. A better answer? Yes, I think English is important because it helps people communicate around the world. Now add an example. For example, English can help people find better jobs, learn online, and connect with people from different countries. Now your answer has 3 parts: your opinion, your reason, your example. Think of this as a speaking formula. When someone asks your opinion, follow this path. First, what do you think? Second, why do you think that? Third, can you give an example? This makes speaking easier because your brain has a structure. You don't need to search for random sentences. You simply follow the pattern. Let's try one more question. Question: do you like learning English? Example answer: yes, I like learning English because it helps me learn new things. For example, I can watch educational videos and communicate with more people. Excellent. Simple. Clear. Natural. That is how confident speakers communicate. Now let's talk about something very important: making mistakes. Many learners are afraid of mistakes. They think, if I make a mistake, people will think my English is bad. But my friends, mistakes are a normal part of learning. Even fluent speakers make mistakes. The difference is, they know how to continue. This is why you need repair sentences. Repair sentences are phrases that help you continue speaking when you forget a word or make a mistake. Useful examples. Let me say that again. What I mean is, let me explain. I forgot the word, but how can I say this? Example tone. Imagine you are speaking and you forget a word. You want to say, my father is a mechanic, but you forget the word mechanic. Do not stop. You can say, my father works with cars and fixes them. The listener can understand you. Maybe they will help you. Oh, you mean a mechanic? You can say, yes, exactly, a mechanic. Emphasize. Encouraging tone. Do not let one forgotten word stop your whole conversation. Keep moving. Keep trying. Keep speaking. My friends, now let's talk about the 6th strategy. The 6th strategy is tell the same story in different ways. Stories are one of the best tools for improving your English speaking. Why? Because stories naturally include many important speaking skills. They include time, actions, feelings, reasons, and details. But many learners make one mistake. They tell a story one time,
They tell a story,
and then they move to a completely new topic. A better method is to take one simple story and improve it step by step. Let's take a simple example. Version 1. Yesterday, I went to a coffee shop. This is a simple sentence. It is correct. Now let's improve it. Version 2. Yesterday afternoon, I went to a small coffee shop near my house. I ordered a coffee and sat there for some time. Now let's add more details and feelings. Version 3. Yesterday afternoon, I went to a small coffee shop near my house. I was feeling tired, so I ordered my favorite coffee and sat near the window. The place was quiet, and I really enjoyed that peaceful moment. Warm tone. With a warm... See the difference? The story became better because we added where,
When, what happened, how we felt. Teaching tone. You can use this method with your everyday life. Talk about your morning, your weekend, a movie you watched, a meal you cooked, a place you visited, a conversation you had, a new thing you learned. You do not need an exciting life story. Even a simple daily moment can become excellent English practice. Practice tone. Now, think about yesterday. What did you do?
Start with one sentence. I went to, I watched, I studied, I met. Now add one detail. Where? When? With whom? Now add your feeling. How did you feel? Great. This is how you train your speaking ability naturally. Now we are at the final strategy. And my friends, this strategy can make a big difference. The 7th strategy is record yourself speaking English. Many learners do not like recording their voice. They feel uncomfortable. They think, my voice sounds strange. My English is not good. I will make too many mistakes. But recording yourself is one of the best ways to improve. Because when you listen to yourself, you become your own teacher. When you record yourself, you can notice which words are difficult, where you pause too much, which sentences need improvement, how your pronunciation sounds. This awareness helps you grow faster. You can start with only 1 minute. Choose a simple topic. For example, my daily routine, my favorite food, my family, my goals, my hometown. Record yourself speaking. Then listen. Do not look for every mistake. Just choose one small thing to improve. Maybe your pronunciation. Maybe your sentence structure. Maybe your confidence. Then record again. Remember, my friends, you are not trying to become perfect in one day. You are building a skill. Small improvements every day create big results. My friends, I want you to remember one important message. You do not need perfect English to start speaking. You need courage to start. Every confident English speaker was once a beginner. They also made mistakes. They also forgot words. They also felt nervous. But they continued practicing. And slowly, they improved. Your progress matters. One sentence today, one conversation tomorrow, one small improvement every day. That is how confidence grows. Thank you so much for learning with me today. If this lesson helped you, subscribe to Learn English with Muni for more simple English speaking lessons. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, your English voice is waiting to be heard. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.